Welcome back to eSports Report.
Sup, everybody?
Okay, just gonna go with it. Show the people the coffee. Show the people how much coffee you have. Do it.
The people's coffee. This is
his third one today.
How'd you know?
I just know you so well. Look at him. Enjoying the beverage. Anyway, continue on with RosterMania talks. We've said, up next, TK. Let's dive right into Team Kaliber.
Yeah, they seem to stink right now.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with them.
I am pretty much a free agent. If any teams want to trade, hit me up. Well,
that's not a good sign.
That's a very ambitious way to announce that you're a free agent.
I'm pretty much a free agent. That's the thing which confuses me the most. I had a crack.
Hey, I have pretty much left my team.
If
you're interested in playing with me, let me know.
He's still in the TK house, and he was saying how he's having fun with Kozdov and whatnot. Like they're really good friends. Like that's the thing. They have so much kind of broness, I guess. They're just such good bros. That
you played a little bit competitively, right?
Yeah, not really.
Not really? No. Then I can't really ask you the question.
Why were you going to say?
It's like, have you ever teamed with your friends?
At an event, yeah. But it was like a local.
Oh. Well, how was that?
It's funny.
Did you take it serious?
No.
It's impossible to team with your friends and take it serious.
Right.
It's important you like each other. There's a difference between like liking each other and being friends.
Right.
Like I could never team with. Like, imagine, like, if I tried to team competitively with, like, Scott or Maeve.
Yeah, this is not going to happen.
It just wouldn't work.
This is not going to happen.
I mean, we tried to play, like, games competitively together, and it just fails. It just ends completely. I think that's kind of the issue with TK is they're so, like, cool and bro-y, so they can't really, like, take it to that next level seriously.
When was the last time TK placed well?
Yo, when they had Neslo and Apathy.
Which was?
X Games.
Right. That was the last time that they kind of did something where you sit there and you go, oh, wow, that was
like, Apathy wasn't really in their circle. Neslo, they haven't really... I mean, he's always been on TK, but they're not, like, super close with Neslo.
I don't think they go back to Neslo at this point.
No, but I'm saying, like, that kind of proves that true. Like, that team wasn't a team full of, like, bros and homies and friends. It was, like, Neslo, Apathy, Sharp, Goon. It's kind of, like... Just a team.
Team thrown together and they place extremely well.
That's why I'm not a fan of, like, team houses. Like, your team... You're not supposed to live together.
See, I disagree. Just because
I can never live with my teammates.
Look at that Curse squad when I was in the house. That was not a team which should ever place top 5. Like when you realistically
left, they brought in Maven and Coach, and that changed the game. I mean,
look what happened. They didn't even qualify. They didn't even qualify.
They didn't qualify. He said all he Maven as a coach said
didn't even qualify.
Maven said as a coach all he did was show up and he would bring them he'd bring them Chick-fil-A and then he would sit behind them and clap. Like, you're a good coach.
Good job, Maeve. But yeah, Theory, not the only person tweeting from TK. Looney as well had a cheeky little tweet. It's time for change.
I wonder what this means.
I mean, Looney's leaving.
I wonder if Looney's gonna leave.
I think so.
It's funny. Looney goes into TK, and you're wondering if he can fit in, and then at the end of TK, he comes out like the prized possession of everyone wants him from TK. I
mean, let's assume Looney and Theory leave, right? What two players go to TK to fill that gap? You kind of touched on Apathy and Neslo.
I don't know. I mean, that would literally be their exact X Games team, right?
It would be Sharp, Goon, Apathy. Yeah.
I saw Apathy and Goon play the 2K with each other. With Spacely and don't know who the fourth was.
I think Parasite.
I don't think TK will touch Parasite.
I think Parasite has TK.
Really?
Yeah. Where else is he going to go? Parasite kind of, on this game is such a high-class player.
You throw all the personality stuff to the side, he's a top 5 player.
Unbelievable player.
He's a top 5 player. I think,
he's
without a doubt.
He's great. He's a phenomenal player.
But
his personality is such a clash.
No, he's kind of burned the bridge with Optic a bit.
He's burned every bridge.
He's burned the bridge with Envy a bit. I don't think Prof would take him in.
I'm surprised he went back on FaZe.
FaZe, I'm surprised. Yeah, I think it was just kind of a one-off thing.
Right.
Where does he go kind of next?
I think TK is a genuine fan. Maybe Prophecy as well.
What about like John?
John on TK?
Yeah. Didn't Parasite play with John with Farico, Black Ops 2?
For like an event.
And then John played with Sharp. See where we're going here? They all play together.
No. It's just not going to happen. In terms of teams we could see Looney and Theory going to, kind of touched on that a little bit.
Where do you think Theory goes?
See, this is interesting. Theory...
Are you okay? I thought you were about to just pass out. I was like...
Nation? No, there's no way.
No, you're drunk.
Theory, again, has been a phenomenal player on this game.
Yeah, you're drunk.
What do you think? What do you think Theory goes? FaZe?
I thought maybe AR.
Ah, yes. There you go. Theory to AR. That makes a lot of sense.
Theory to AR, or if Ricky leaves Elevate to go play with Bose again, who goes to Elevate? Then you can see
there's big gaps.
Like who would go back to Elevate? Like let's say Ricky just decides to leave Elevate. Who would fill Ricky's spot on Elevate? That's what Classic, Slacked, and Hook. Who's been cool with those guys? No, that's not Hook. It's Classic, Slacked, and TJ. Who goes and fills that spot? I don't even know.
Dude, that's a
Moch. Moch actually makes sense there. Moch just played with Classic, played with him.
Somewhat.
No, that's 3/4 of Justice, right? And then you're replacing Enable with
and that Justice
TJ.
squad works so well.
They did. They placed pretty well.
They couldn't win SD to save their lives.
And now you got TJ. They placed pretty well. That Justice
they did well.
Don't hate.
I'm not gonna hate.
Ben's a hater.
But yeah, you look at TK right now. Are they in a position to really get a top talent?
If you're top talent, why do you go to TK? Tell me why I go to TK.
Team House, it's
who's a top player? Who's a top player?
Let's say
let's say I'm Parasite. Convince me to join TK. What do you have that I would?
If you're where else are you gonna go? Where else?
That was a bad one. That was a bad one. If you're somebody like TP, why do I want to go to TK?
Team House, established organization.
I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave Cali. I've never moved into a Team House ever.
You're gonna team with Sharp.
Why do I want to team with Sharp?
Been around for forever. He's
Great.
a veteran of COD.
Merc's been around forever. Yeah, you haven't sold me on joining TK yet.
Where else are you gonna go?
Well, I'll sit it out.
What you would rather not play?
I have a great fiance. I'm in school. I'll wait it out.
Then you do you.
Okay, fine.
You do you, boo boo. I got Parasite.
Great.
Top 5 player in the game.
No,
you guys said it yourself.
But I'm saying to try and convince somebody to join TK, it's not like.
I don't think it's as difficult. We will see.
Yeah.
We'll see. And then, of course, one of the other teams we should really touch on are going to be FaZe Red. Massive rumors that they're having roster changes very, very soon. Parasite already came out with several tweets.
He doesn't seem like he's on the team anymore.
As you can imagine, Parasite's a very vocal one when it comes to the Twitter sphere.
Yeah.
Very vocal indeed. But the rumor team as of right now is Zuma, Hook, Slasher, and Enable. That's a pretty good team if they get that.
That's a solid team.
That's a
if you look
really
at I mean, obviously, like OG Denial at the top, I would say that's like a top 3 to 4 team.
Where would that leave Aches? Would Aches go to a team like Team Kaliber, for example?
No. Pat would not play with TK.
What does Pat do? Does Pat retire?
Pat disappears.
Is he another player who
Pat disappears into the darkness. And then I think probably around the start of Black Ops, you start to hear more of Aches again, or whatever game comes next, or whatnot. Whatever Treyarch game.
Let me ask you this though. And don't get mad. How salty is Aches that he doesn't have an X Games gold medal?
He's pretty salty.
You're telling me he's going to retire before X Games?
I think he takes a break. And I think
before X Games,
the success they had in the last Treyarch game, he sits out until that. And he kind of...
He doesn't even try for X Games.
No.
Really? Aches and TP don't just team for one kind of last
No,
stint.
I think he kind of holds out to the next game, and whatever it is, he tries and gets with whoever is available from that Cole EG kind of era.
Makes sense, I guess, but
he's like, hey, remember how good we were at the last Treyarch game? Let's come back and do it again.
At that point, where are his teammates?
Crim's probably still on OG. Crim is definitely on OG still.
Karma. Clay. Is Clay really going to want to team with Aches?
No. Well, actually, you don't know at that point. And if OG goes on a crazy run and they beat everybody, can you see Denial staying together? Is that like a team that's like so well knit that...
So you're stamping out Aches and TP.
It would be really, it would be difficult to see that happening again.
Really? That difficult?
In my mind, you know what though?
Was the relationship between the two that distraught by the end of it?
No, I don't think so. I would say this. I was like, if things don't fix for either of them going into next year, you know, and whatever happens, like
into the next game.
Next game.
Right.
I mean, I think it has to come up in both of their minds that it's got to kind of like be revisited.
I think you have to look at it.
I mean, teams with Aches throughout his entire career and vice versa, and they have all this success. They split apart, and then nobody can do anything.
Instantly.
Well, actually, Aches has had some success. I mean, you know, they won the Columbus Open, third at. I mean, they looked like the best team Saturday at Champs.
I agree.
I mean, had good success at Champs this year. I mean, he's had more success apart from apart from Aches. I mean, do they consider kind of, no, hey.
And bear in mind, Teep was teaming with players like Hammer as well.
If we get back together and just pick up two kind of players who can kill, that's all those two. That's all those two need. Those two are so good together.
At this point, right now, who's available for them to pick up?
I think you look at it, it's like, who would say no to teaming with Aches and Teep? They've won so much together. If they're okay teaming with each other, you have to trust Teep to know that Aches is going to be okay. And when Aches is okay, he's like one of the best. I think you definitely can get two people to go in there and play.
But who? Who is that right now that would be willing?
Parasite?
Oh,
right now I have no idea. Right now I have no idea who would play with them.
But down the line, you think that's a possibility?
If Aches and Teep went to enable,
Intel.
I'm just saying, if Aches and Teep right now were a duo, and they were looking for two, you cannot tell me that Enable and Slasher would consider playing with the two of them. They won't play with Aches by himself, but if it was Aches and Teep, Aches was.
Have you been that impressed with TP on this game?
At the beginning,
he's had moments.
He's had moments, but has he ever had like a great team around him yet?
I mean, a couple of those Optic Nation squads are pretty.
They look great on paper.
Right. I guess.
They look great on paper. I mean,
maybe. We will see what happens.
I think it would be a difficult duo for people to turn down with the success they had.
Knowing how successful they've been.
Like let's say those two get together at the beginning of the next game or whatnot, and Clay's end of the year is kind of shaky, and those two are like, hey Clay, you wanna team up? We'll get one more. Could you see Clay saying no to that?
Yeah, I guess knowing how successful they've been
right?
Black Ops 2,
like
Treyarch
come
games. On. Yeah, true. Again, worth mentioning one more thing. Teaming with Bose, Nameless, and Ricky is Parasite
for Niagara. UGC Niagara.
So that's
a throwback Unite squad.
That's interesting. We'll see exactly what happens with that. But for now, guys, quick commercial break. When we return, we're going to recap the 2K before we get into everything else, which is really exciting about today's ESR. I'm really excited for the Ultimate Duo.
I'm excited as well.
It's great. Wait till you see what I did with it. It's awesome. You're going to love it.
I haven't seen anything
It's
yet.
shiny. It's sparkly. It's got glitter everywhere.
Nice.
It's great. Be right back, guys.